Hello friends, in previous lecture we have studied the properties of congruence relations. We also proved that congruence modulo n relation is equivalence relation on set of integer. As it is equivalence relation on set of integers, so we can talk about the equivalence classes formed by that congruence relation, which is equivalence relation. That equivalence class defined under congruence modulo n equivalence relation is known as the residue class modulo n. Residue class modulo n. So, firstly we will talk about residue class modulo n. Class modulo n. We know for positive integer n greater than 1 and AB belongs to Z, A is congruent to B mod n defines equivalence relation on Z. Relation on Z. With respect to this equivalence relation, with respect to on Z, then for A belongs to Z, equivalence class of A, equivalence class of A is A bar equal to set of x bar belongs to Z, set of x belongs to Z such that A is congruent to x mod, or I can take x is congruent to A mod n. X is set, it contains set of those integers which are set of those integers x such that x is congruent to A mod n. What is this? This is set of x belongs to Z such that n divides x minus A. So, it is set of those integers x belongs to Z such that x minus A is multiple of n k belongs to Z. And then it is nothing but x belongs to Z such that x is equal to A plus n k, n belongs to Z. A plus n k where k belongs to Z, k belongs to Z, is it right? So, it is precisely A plus n k where n values in Z, k values in, k values in Z. This class, this equivalence class of A is known as residue class of A modulo n. This equivalence class of A, that is A bar, is called as residue class of A modulo n, Is it clear? Now, for A belongs to, for any x belonging to A bar, for any x belongs to A bar is equal to x bar, A bar is equal to x bar. Is it right? Applying division algorithm, to A and N, there exists QR belongs to Z such that A equal to NQ plus R, and therefore A minus R is equal to NQ, which implies N divides A minus R, and this 0 is less equal or less than N, which implies A is congruent to R mod N. A is congruent to R mod N. Is it right? And therefore, this implies A bar is equal to R bar, where R is equal to, R belongs to 0, 1 to N minus 1. Is it right? So, for any A belongs to Z, A bar equal to R bar, where R is 0, 1, 2 up to N minus 1, which implies 0 bar, 1 bar, 2 bar, dot up to N minus 1 bar are residue classes, are at most N residue classes modulo N, are at most N residue classes modulo N. Okay. Because your A takes A bar is equal to R bar, where R takes either value 0, 1, 2 up to N minus 1. If it is greater than that N, R bar is equal to N bar. R bar equal to N bar. Is it clear? So if R equal to N, then that N bar is 0 bar. N bar is 0 bar. Okay. Because it lies in equivalence class of 0 bar. It lies in equivalence class of 0 bar. Okay. Are at most N residue classes modulo N. Moreover, for any I bar not equal to J bar in 0 bar, 1 bar, 2 bar dot up to N minus 1 bar, if I bar is equal to J bar, if I assume that I bar is equal to J bar, then I is congruent to J mod N. I is congruent to J mod N. Is it right? Means J belongs to I bar. If for any I bar and J bar in 0 bar 1 to up to N, I bar equal to J bar, then I equal to J mod N, implies N divides I minus J. I minus j implies I minus j must be 0, since ij belongs to 0, 1, 2 up to n minus 1, implies mod of I minus j, mod of I minus j, this must be less than n. So I minus j equal to 0 implies I equal to j. I equal to j. Thus, any two equivalence class, any two residue classes modulo n in among 0 bar, 1 bar up to n minus 1 bar are distinct. Thus, any two residue class modulo n among 0 bar, 1 bar, 2 bar up to n minus 1 bar are distinct. What this implies is there are precisely n distinct equivalence residue classes modulo n, which are nothing but 0 bar, 1 bar dot dot up to n minus 1 bar. Which implies there are precisely n distinct equivalence classes, distinct residue class modulo n, residue classes modulo n and they are 0 bar, 1 bar, 2 bar up to n minus 1 bar. The set of all those residue classes modulo n is denoted by Zn symbol. The set of all these n residue classes modulo n, all these n residue classes modulo n is denoted by Zn. Therefore, Zn is equal to 0 bar, 1 bar, 2 bar dot dot up to n minus 1 bar. Now, as this is a set, Zn contains residue classes modulo n, which is formed by integers 0, 1, 2 dot dot up to n minus 1. And we know that even though our integer is greater than equal to n or less than 0, it must lies in some equivalence class or residue class modulo n among the 0 bar, 1 bar up to n minus 1 bar. So means if I take addition of those equivalence classes, so there is a natural way to define addition modulo n operation. I bar plus j bar is nothing but I plus j bar. Now what will be this I plus j? This I plus j is congruent to some r modulo n, where r is again 0, 1, 2 up to n minus 1. Is it clear? If I divide I plus j by n, it leaves some remainder, and then this I plus j lies in equivalence class of that r bar also. So its smallest representative, positive representative is r bar, where r bar is the remainder when I plus j is divided by n. So this is the way of defining addition modulo n operation. On same line, as we are able to talk about the multiplication of integers, So if I take I bar and j bar to be two elements in Zn, then I can define I into j. It is again some integer. It may be greater than n. But if I divide it by n, it leaves some remainder up to n minus 1. Means that I into j is congruent to R mod n, where R is again 0, 1 up to n minus 1. So I bar into j bar is nothing but ij bar is equal to R bar, where R is the remainder when ij is divided by n. Ij is divided by n. Okay. So we'll talk about the addition modulo n operation and multiplication modulo n operations on set of residue classes modulo n. Okay. So addition modulo n and multiplication modulo n operations on Zn. So for I bar comma j bar belonging to Zn, I bar plus j bar addition modulo n is equal to I plus j x bar is equal to R bar, where R is the remainder, when I plus j is divided by n. Similarly, I bar into j bar is equal to I into j its bar is equal to R bar, where R is remainder, when ij is divided by n. All got? Operations are to define so simple. Now, if I take 0 bar to be specific element, instead of integer or instead of real number, with respect to addition, we know that if I add 0 in any integer, any real number, we get that element as it is. So 0 is called as additive identity. While if I multiply any real number by 1, I am getting that number as it is. So 1 is called as multiplicative identity. Here same thing is happening if I add 0 bar in any I bar. For I bar belonging to Zn, I bar plus 0 bar is equal to I plus 0 its bar, which is again I bar. So 0 bar is known as identity. Again for I bar belonging to Zn, n minus I bar belongs to Zn is such that okay. If I take I bar plus n minus I its bar is equal to I bar plus n minus I its bar, which is equal to I plus n minus I. This get cancelled and this is n bar, but n bar is same as 0 bar. N bar is same as 0 bar. Is it clear? So this n bar, n minus I bar is nothing but additive inverse. For 2 minus 2 is additive inverse. What is meant by additive inverse? For given real number x, y is said to be additive inverse if x plus y is 0. X plus y is 0. In case of multiplication, y is said to be multiplicative inverse of x if x into y is 1. X into y is 1. For any non-zero real number a, 1 by a is the multiplicative inverse because a into 1 by a gives us 1. Okay. On same line, I can talk about what will be the multiplicative inverses, for which element multiplicative inverse exists, for which element multiplicative inverse doesn't exist, for which element additive inverses exist, and so on. You are well familiar with operations of addition, properties of addition and multiplication operations. We know that addition operation is commutative on set of numbers. That is, for any two real numbers a and b, a plus b is same as b plus a. Here also, for any two ratio to classes modulo n, I bar and j bar belong to Zn, I bar plus j bar is same as I plus j bar. I can write this as j plus I its bar, which is your j bar plus I bar. So addition modulo n is commutative operation, as addition is associative operation on set of integers. For 3 integers ABC, a plus b plus c is same as a plus b plus c. So if I take 3 residue classes modulo n, a bar, b bar, c bar belonging to Zn, then this property must hold. This property must hold because underlying operation addition instead of integers is associative. Distributive laws also hold. Here. So because multiplication distributes over addition, a into b plus c is equal to ab plus ac. That operation hold instead of integer, so that must be hold for multiplication modulo n and addition modulo n. So that is a bar multiplication modulo n b bar plus c bar is equal to a bar multiplication modulo b bar plus a bar multiplication modulo c bar. So this distribution law also hold there. So these are the properties. Okay. So I have talked about what is meant by additive identity, multiplicative identity, then additive inverse. Okay. For a bar belonging to Zn, b bar is said to be additive inverse if a bar plus b bar is 0 bar. A bar plus b bar is 0 bar. And for a bar belonging to Zn, b bar is said to be multiplicative inverse if a bar into b bar is 1 bar. Okay. So we'll take examples of these. Composition table of say Z8 addition modulo 8. So what we'll do, we have to prepare composition table of Zn. 0 bar, 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar, 4 bar, 5 bar, 6 bar and 7 bar. 0 bar, 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar, 4 bar, 5 bar, 6 bar, 7 bar. Okay. We know that 0 bar is additive identity. If I add 0 in any integer, it gives us that integer as it is. What is your 0 plus 0? 0 bar plus 0 bar. It is 0 plus 0, it's bar. So this is 0 bar. This is 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar, 4 bar, 5 bar, 6 bar, 7 bar. Again, any element, so a bar, 0 bar plus a bar is equal to a bar for every a bar belonging to Zn. Right? And a bar plus 0 bar is equal to a bar for every a bar belonging to Zn. So with respect to this, if I take addition a bar and this 0 bar, I will get 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar, 4 bar, 5 bar, 6 bar and 7 bar. Okay. So a bar plus 0 bar is same as 0 bar plus a bar is equal to a bar. Equal to a bar. And additionally, a bar plus b bar is equal to a plus b its bar, which is same as b plus a bar, which is equal to b bar plus a bar. Is it right? So addition modulo n operation is commutative. Addition modulo n operation is commutative. Is it clear? So with that, sometimes remember, I can just denote that addition modulo n operation by just addition symbol. Addition symbol. And multiplication modulo n just by dot notation. Okay. So if you are applying that operations on Zn, then take their meaning to be addition modulo n and multiplication modulo n operations. Okay. So now, so due to addition modulo n operation is commutative, this table must be symmetric about diagonal. A bar plus b bar is equal to b bar plus a bar. Equal to b bar plus a bar. So this table becomes symmetric about diagonal. So we'll get this table to be symmetric table. 1 bar plus 1 bar, 1 bar plus 1 bar is equal to 1 plus 1 its bar. If I divide that 2 by 8, what is the remainder? It is again 2. So 2 bar, this is 3 bar, this is 4 bar, 5 bar, 6 bar, 7 bar. Now see here, this is your 1 plus is equal to, what is your 1 plus 7 bar? 1 plus 7 bar is 1 plus 7 is bar, this is 8 bar. And if I divide 8 by 8, what is the remainder? It is 0 bar. 8 bar is not in this list. 8 bar is not in Z8. I am taking the smallest representative. If you write 8 bar is also correct, but I am denoting Z8 containing those residue classes modulo n, that is 0 bar, 1 bar up to 7 bar. So you have to represent that 8 bar by only notation among 0 bar, 1 bar up to 7 bar. Is it clear? So what is this 8 bar? It is nothing but 0 bar. It is nothing but 0 bar. 2 plus 1, 3 bar, then this will become 5 bar, 4 bar, 5 bar, then 2 plus 4, 6, 2 plus 5, 7, 2 plus 6, 8, 8 divided by 8 gives us remainder 0, then 2 plus 7, 9 divided by 8 gives us remainder 1. Is it right? So just these elements are moving here in cyclic order. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 means 0 bar, 1 bar, 2 bar. 4, then 5 bar, 6 bar, 7 bar. But after 7, 0 bar. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7, 8 is 0 bar, 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar, 4 bar. See here, 5 plus 7, 12. 12, what is 5 bar plus 8, 7 bar is equal to 5 plus 7 is bar, 12 bar. 12 is congruent to, 12 is congruent to. If I divide it by 8, what is the remainder? 4 mod 8. As 8 divides 12 minus 4. So 12 bar is equal to 4 bar. 12 bar equal to 4 bar. Is it clear? 6 plus 1, 7. 6 plus 2, 8 divided by 8, remainder is 0. Then 1, 2 remainder, 3 remainder, 4 remainder, 5 remainder. 7, 0 bar, 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar, 4 bar, 5 bar and 6 bar. Is it clear? So, composition table of Z8 addition modulo 8 is this one. If you observe this table carefully, each column and each row contain each of element from Z8. Each of element from Z8. Every element in Z8 occur only one times in each row and each column. In each row and each column. No entry takes element outside of Z8. All entries are only from Z8. Therefore, we say that Z8 is closed under addition modulo 8 operation. Addition modulo 8 operation. Table is symmetric about diagonal. So, addition modulo 8 is commutative operation on Z8. Commutative operation on Z8. It is associative. If you observe 0, A plus 0 bar is A bar and 0 bar plus A bar is A bar. First row is identical with headed row. First column is identical with headed column. Means corresponding entry 0 bar represent additive identity. Additive identity. Then what will be the additive inverse? 0 bar, additive inverse of 0 bar is 0 bar. Additive inverse of 1 bar is 7 bar. Additive inverse of 2 bar is 6. Additive inverse of 3 is 5. Additive inverse of 4 is 4. Additive inverse of 5 is 3. Additive inverse of 6 is 3 and 7 is 1. If B bar is additive inverse of A bar, then A bar is additive inverse of B bar. Okay. For A and B, if A bar plus B bar is equal to B bar plus A bar is equal to 0 bar, then they are additive inverses of each other. They are additive inverses of each other. Composition table of multiplication modulo 8. Okay. Composition table of Z8 multiplication modulo n. Multiplication modulo n. So, multiplication modulo n zero bar, 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar, 4 bar, 5 bar, 6, 7, 0 bar, 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar, 4 bar, 5 bar, 6 bar, 7 bar. 0 into any element is 0. So, we will get 0 bar, 0 bar, 0 bar, 0 bar, 0 bar, 0 bar. Here we will get 0 bar, 0 bar, 0 bar, 0 bar, 0 bar. 1 into any element is itself. So, 1 is multiplicative identity. So, 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar, 4 bar, 5 bar, 6 bar, 7 bar. This is 2 bar, 3 bar, 4 bar, 5 bar, 6 bar, 7 bar. Okay. Now, 2 into 2, 4. 2 into 3, 6. 2 into 4, 2 into 4 bar is 2 into 4 is bar is 8 bar. 8 bar, if I divide 8 by 8, remainder is 0. Remainder is 0. So this is 0. Okay. So this is your 0 bar. 2 into 5. 2 into 5. It will become 10 bar, and remainder, if I divide it by 8, remainder is 2 bar. Right? 2 into 6, 12. 12 divided by 8 gives us remainder 4 bar. 2 into 7, 14. Divided by 8 gives us remainder 6 bar. So here elements are repeating. 3 into 2, 6. 3 into 4, 12. 12 divided by 8, 4. 3 into 5, 15. Divided by 8 gives us 7. Is it right? 3 into 4, sorry, 1 minute. 3 into 2, 6. 3 into 3. 3 into 3, 9. 9 divided by 8 gives us 1 bar. Then 3 into 4, 3 into 4 gives us remainder 12. 12 divided by 8, 4 bar. Then 3 into 5, 15 divided by 8 gives us remainder 7 bar. 3 into 6, 18. 18 divided by 8, remainder is 2. Then 3 into 7, 21. 21 divided by 8 gives us remainder 5. Gives us remainder 5. See here, 3 bar into your 7 bar is equal to 21 bar is equal to 5 bar, as 8 divides 21 minus 5 is equal to 16. Right? So see here, this is a 2 row. So it is symmetric about this 6, 0 bar, 2 bar, 4 bar, 6 bar. This is of 3, okay, 0, 3, 6, 1, 4, 7, 2 and 5. 7 into 3, 21. 4 bar into 4 bar, 16. 16 divided by 4 into 4, 16 divided by 8, 0. 4 into 6, 24. 4 into 5, 20. 20 divided by 8, 4. Then 4 into 6, 24 divided by 8, 0 bar. 4 into 7, 28 gives us 4 bar. Okay. 8 3s are 24. See here, 4 7, 28. 28 divided by 8, remainder is 4. So then this is again symmetric, 4 bar, 0 bar, 4 bar. Then 5, 5 into 5, 25 divided by 8, remainder is 1. 5 into 6, 30. 30 divided by 8, remainder is 6. Then 5 into 7, 35. 35 divided by 8. 8 4s are 32, remainder is 3. Right? So 6 bar, 3 bar. Then 6 into 6, 36. 36 divided by 8. 8 4s are 32. Remainder will be 4. Okay. Then 6, 7, 42. 42 divided by 8. 8 5s are 40. Remainder is 2. So it is 2 bar. So this is 2 bar. And 7 7s, 49. 49 divided by 8. 8 6 are 48. Remainder is 1 bar. Remainder is 1 bar. Is it clear? So with this discussion, we will stop this lecture here. Thanks for listening lecture carefully. Bye bye.